Southwest Wildlife Conservation Center in Scottsdale has been the home to coyotes, Mexican gray wolves, and other exotic animals for the past 22 years. But the center may be now at risk for closure. One neighbor has filed complaints and lawsuits in an effort to shut it down. The center dropped off 180,000 signed petitions to save the facility at the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors meeting today. The center says it's lost nearly 70% of revenue due to the neighbor's complaints, although that neighbor didn't show up today. The center now wants to special use permit to have more educational outreach and tours to increase revenue. On top of Frankie the skunk and Moccasin the owl showing support, workers, Maricopa County leaders, and even other neighbors all showed up today.
They provide such an education on top of housing animals and rehabilitating them and releasing them back into the wild. It's a win-win situation for the entire community.
It's not only a gem for Maricopa County, it's a gem for the state.
The center and others like it are the only places that offer refuge for exotic and even endangered wildlife in Arizona. Investigative reporter Amanda Ames took a closer look at why more of these animals are ending up in the hands of black market traders.
The sale and purchase of most exotic animals is illegal in Arizona and across the Southwest, but that doesn't stop it from happening. Between 2005 and 2015, Arizona Game and Fish issued 88 citations for possession, importation, and exportation of restricted live wildlife.
And in my experience of 23 years with the department, and the illegal wildlife trade is significant.
In Arizona, it is illegal to keep exotic and most native live wildlife as pets, but even so, many people get around these laws.
You can get anything online, I promise.
We have unscrupulous shippers that will actually mark the box live harmless turtles and put them on a plane. One time on a Delta airline, I got a call, the live harmless turtle was rattling, so that was kind of a dead giveaway inside the box.
Once seized, many of these animals are sent to sanctuaries like Southwest Wildlife Conservation Center or the Phoenix Herpetological Society.
You know, we don't always have these open enclosures like, hey, we have all this room. We're busting at the seams as well, too, because there's so many animals that need homes.
There are animals that aren't found anywhere else in the world that are found here in Arizona. And because of that, it's a hotbed for people to come and collect reptiles from Arizona.
If you just look on the internet, it is amazing at the things that you can buy. Luckily, Arizona is pretty tough with its laws and regulations about wild animals.
Arizona's illegal animal trade is unlikely to slow down anytime soon, as perpetrators typically face only misdemeanor charges and small fines.
The court decides, you know, it's an alligator, and they give them some nominal fine, and that's where the fault lies.
HERPETOLOGICAL says rewards outweigh the risks involved in Arizona's illegal animal trade.
There's a lot of money in wildlife, and we mentioned earlier that the chance of being caught is low. The chance of punishment is minimal.
But without stricter enforcements, many of these animals may die.
A lot of times they don't get placed in a sanctuary, or sanctuaries are full. That animal has to be euthanized, unfortunately, because they just can't be returned back to the wild.
Currently, Southwest Wildlife Conservation Center is home to about 150 animals, most of which can never be released into the wild. With the investigative team, Amanda Ames, Cronkite News.